All right guys, today I'm going to be talking about the Hyper Tough H2520 25cc weed whacker, weed eater, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to get here in the shade because it's so bright out here and sunny and hot. But anyway, I must have not did a very good job of explaining this in a couple videos I made a while back. So I'm going to take more time and go through a detailed explanation of how this works. This applies to a lot of weed eaters or this types of weed trimmers. So how this works is if you hit something hard, like a piece of metal or something, like a fence, or it just gets wore down from using it, and these get really short, they can actually get to the point where there's nothing hardly sticking out here. And so the way you get it out, before it actually gets super short, what you want to do is take your weed eater and you smack this on the ground, and you see how that's spring loaded? That action actually lets some of this string come out, and you'll notice it getting longer. Your cut path will get wider. Let me demonstrate that for you. I've had several people ask, how do you put new string in when all the string's gone? So I'm going to explain that to you. In the videos I made a while back, I showed you how to get this. This was, I had to use a wrench to get this off. And that's what I was explaining, was what happens when this won't come off. So if you have that problem, you might have a seized up nut here. I'll put a link in the description below this video how I got mine off when it was seized up. But anyway, assuming it's not seized up, you can just take your hand or a channel locks or large pliers, and you just loosen this up. Now mine still has string in it, but I'll show you how it works and it's completely out. So when yours is out, you'll pull this off, and there may be nothing or a very short piece of string still attached in here. And I apologize, but we had hit some weed barrier a while back, and it wrapped all around the inside of this. Not good. So what you might have is, you might take this off and you might have like a teeny little bit of string still on there. So just get rid of that, because it's going to be no good. So this is what it looks like from a fresh start. So when your weed trimmer runs out of string, you can buy different types of string in like Lowe's, Menards, Walmart. They sell all different types of string. I'm usually not very picky. You might want to read your manual on your trimmer to see if there's a certain diameter that you have to have. You definitely want to get the size that it recommends. I've never had an issue, and I've just bought what I thought looked good. Must be a pretty common size that these use. Anyway, the string just pulls out from the middle of mine, and I'll pull out about 6 foot. I'll just demonstrate the whole process here. So I'll just pull out a good 6 foot, because that seems to be a good amount for my trimmer. So I basically do my arm span, that's about 6 foot. And a lot of these strings come with these little cutters, and they don't work super good, but they do work. So you just can use that. And this string is tough, so you just push it through. And if you got a pair of side cuts or maybe even scissors, it might work better. But anyway, they do provide a way to cut it, even if it's not that great. So then I just put what I'm not using, make sure it's all bound up in here. These packs of string last for a long time. A lot of it depends on how careful you are when you're using your trimmer. Obviously, if you hit a bunch of stuff that's hard all the time. So once I get it back in here, this little knife just sits on the end of it here. You just put your string through it and just leave it right in here. So it is a way to cut your string if you don't have anything else to cut it, but it doesn't work super well. So we have our 6 foot length of string. You take your spool, and your spool will say, see, mine says bump head right there. It tells you how to get the string out. It will say what direction you need to wind your line. The bad thing is this particular spool has it on the outside, so it gets wore off. There's my arrow. It says rewind line this way. So what you do, you take your line and you, actually, I told you wrong. Now I'm thinking about it. I have to correct myself. So when I was stringing my line out, what I actually do is I string it out 6 foot and then bend it and bring it back another 6 foot. So when I'm done, I have 12 foot of line. But let's just assume this is 12 foot instead of 6. So then you take your line and you fold it in half. I'm just gonna have to change my string out a lot sooner because I have such a short piece. So you take your line and The direction is this way, points this way. So I'm going to take my line, and there's little slots in this center area. You hook it in that slot and you start winding that direction that the arrow indicated. Okay? So you keep your sides separate and you just wind it up. Okay? When you get to the end, you got to have a little length here. So what I do is at this point is I get my trimmer. This is the part that gets a little tricky. So you can hook it in these. You can hook it in those little things if that helps you. I usually don't. And then you got to feed each line into the separate holes. Mine has 2 holes. I don't know how a single hole one works. This instruction is more for double. So you feed a line into each side, all right? And like I said, see how it came out? It doesn't really matter. As long as you don't get, it doesn't unravel. And I actually don't like to put it in there with it in those slots. Your spring has to line up, and then you just put it in. Your strings have to be above, they have to be above those ears. That's the bottom line. They have to be above those ears. And then you just shove it together. It fits into a certain position. You'll feel it snap in. You want it to be able to squeeze all the way down, just like that. And then you just put your nut back on. A lot of times when I start out, my lines are a little long, but they quickly cut down. In fact, this has a little piece of metal down here that kind of trims your line to keep it a certain length if it gets too long. So that's all there is to it, guys. It's not that hard. Take your nut off, take your spool out, pull 12 foot of line out, fold it in half, and then wrap it in the direction it tells you. Get a line, one of the lines started out of each hole, and then put your spool down, put your nut on, and you're ready to go.